Hello everybody, this is Tom Linsky and I've got yet another HistoBrick Lego kit video for you. This time, we're going to be building the SS United States. Now, there's a certain reason why I'm filming this outdoors, and you can see that certain reason over my left shoulder. That is the SS United States, docked in Philadelphia across the street from the IKEA. I'm in their parking lot right now. It is windy and very bright out, and there's a lot of traffic behind me, and it's a busy parking lot. People really love their IKEA. So bear with me, there's gonna be a number of distractions, I'm sure. This is one of HistoBrick's newest kits. He sent this over to me a couple months ago. I'm just getting to build this right now, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna be building this on a United States Lines dishcloth. Got a few United States Lines props around me, and I'm gonna be drinking IKEA lingonberry juice out of an SS United States crew mug. This is going to be the largest HistoBrick kit we've built to date. This has over 1,000 pieces, coming in at 1,151 hand-sorted Lego elements. This is also in 640 scale, just like all of the other Lego ships we've built so far. And let's open it up. We have our color-printed instructions with a foreword by yours truly. And this is going to be 105 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bags, plus the bag with the one piece of the bridge. As with all HistoBrick kits, they're numbered on the side, like a limited edition. And this is batch number 1, kit number 2. This kit is the largest kit that we have built to date. As I said already, and obviously that is because the SS United States is the largest ship that has been the subject of one of these kits so far. I don't know if she was ever considered the largest ship in the world. I don't actually believe she ever held that title, but she certainly held the title of the fastest ocean liner in the world. Almost immediately captured the Blue Ribband, going both ways across the Atlantic. The ocean liner industry has really declined, so no one is really looking to build the fastest ships anymore. This is certainly partially thanks to a lack of competition, but her speed was unmatched. It still is mind-blowing today how fast she was capable of going, and supposedly, she never actually reached full speed. Her captain was certain after she broke the speed record that the ship definitely had more in it. Right now we are doing our usual first step of building the keel, the whole backbone, going the full length of the ship. So once we finish this first phase, we're gonna have a really good idea of just how long of a kit we're looking at. So that's gonna be her length. That is massive. Since the ship set sail in the early 1950s, we're going to, of course, have some classic 50s style music as our soundtrack. But the royalty-free stuff, not the really good stuff. I joined the wrong two pieces again. I didn't bring my K-bar, but I have another thing. Inside here. I went out and bought one. For this specific occasion. There it is. Look at that. Sure beats using a World War II knife. I do kind of miss it though. Now these cylinders, I suppose, are representative of the boilers. The SS United States has been in Philadelphia for as long as I can remember. I can't remember if she came in the late 80s or the early 90s, but there's a conservancy out to preserve her. They're doing fundraisers. I don't know how that's going though. It really would be wonderful to see the United States preserved. She's America's flagship. She's the fastest ship in the world. She's still the holder of the Blue Ribband both ways. I don't know if I'm just getting a little bit more used to building these kits, or if this is really a better designed one than the ones we started with. But I'm really blowing through the lower hull. And that's great, because I hate doing the lower hull of these kits. I don't hate it. I just strongly dislike it. That's it, the ship's lower starboard hull anti-fouling below the waterline is now done. And we have a very good idea of the length of this ship now. I see on this kit he is putting a ton of effort into the curvature of the ship. He's always done that, but with the United States, she has a really unique curve. Her hull line is, well, I mean, there's a reason why she was so fast. And that is one of the reasons, not the only, but it is one of the reasons. While I'm building this, Emma's inside shopping in IKEA. Fortunately, that's a maze, and once you go in, you really can't get out, at least not for a very long time. So she's in there wandering the forests of Sweden while I'm building this, so that should buy us plenty of time. The Queen Mary is coming up next. That's one of my favorite ships. And she's the ship that the SS United States stole the Blue Ribband from. So I'm gonna have to build that when it's ready and put this side by side with it. That's it. Here is the anti-fouling part of the hull below the waterline. This is gonna be a nice kit. I can't stop saying that. A celebratory drink. Now we're moving on to the upper hull. Looks like all of these reds are going to be saved for the funnels. Let's open up the next two bags. We'll need that for the superstructure and the upper hull. And we need the greens now too. Okay, so I got a small table this time. I can't manage having all of these colors open. Oh, and I need the grays too. I wonder what the reasoning is for the different colors on the inside. We're never going to be able to... Oh, no, we do see the top of them. That's going to be the deck. See, the SS United States didn't have your typical wooden deck planks like many other ships. Instead, it was this green material. Oh, another plug for HistoBrick, by the way. They have their own YouTube channel now. It's called HistoBrick. Go take a look at them, see what they've got. I don't know how much they have so far. They are obviously a new channel. And he's busy making these kits, so I don't know if there's much content on there, but it's well worth a subscription if you're interested in this stuff. Now we gotta open the last bag. I'm really cluttering up the table here. Here we have it. Now we got to join these two parts. We need 12 of these green angled parts, and they're going to be going all the length of the hull to help put on the side black smooth plating, which we're starting to work on now. I will say that making sure I've got these green pieces going in the right place is a little difficult to see in the instructions because there's 3 different points where the connecting stud can go in. It can go on the far right, in the middle, or on the far left. And it's really hard to see because it's not consistent. I'm just sort of trusting it based on the spacing, going with my own instincts on this. One of the things I love about the HistoBrick fleet is that it's a very colorful selection of ships. And by colorful, I mean literally colorful. When you think about classical ships and the iconic ones, they're generally black hull, white superstructure, and then a red anti-fouling, and occasionally some other colors thrown into the mix. Usually funnel color is where it varies. But with HistoBrick, we get to see a wide array of colors. We have the entire Olympic class, and if we just built the Olympic class as they were expected to be, they would all be those same 4 colors: black, white, red, and white star line yellow buff. But instead we get to see Olympic in her troop configuration, Titanic in her initial white star line color, and Britannic in her hospital configuration, which was the entirety of her career. Lusitania has that beautiful gold stripe, which was there at the time of the sinking. I know people are calling me on that, but that's fine, whatever. I really don't care. But then here we have the SS United States, which is going to have green decking, blue funnels, red top. HistoBrick really chooses ships that genuinely show the variety that there was among these liners. Let's move on to the starboard side now. Oh, this is gonna look so cool. I keep saying that, but I'm really excited about this kit. Oh wait, no, we still gotta add the white at the top. So the different colors is always good in a Lego kit, because Lego is guided towards kids. And of course they love colors. But not only that, but we're seeing important ships throughout history. Blue Ribband holders in the Queen Mary, the United States, and the Lusitania. We're seeing the infamous Olympic class. It is a wide variety of historically significant ships in the HistoBrick fleet. They've even dabbled in battleships lately. The USS Arizona, as you've seen on my channel, and then the Bismarck and the Hood, which are coming soon. It is getting cooler out. The sun's starting to go down. Definitely should have started filming earlier today. Now, while I'm at this, are there any kits that you'd like to see HistoBrick make? They're always trying to come out with new ones, and they know that a lot of people watch these videos. So drop a comment below and let me know what kits you'd be interested in seeing come out or get remastered of the older ones. I know he's working on remastering the Titanic and the Britannic. But leave a comment, let me know, and I'll forward that on over to Tom at HistoBrick, and maybe he'll do it. I've seen a lot of people asking for the Atlantic. I'd like to see the Atlantic as well. I would definitely build that. Now, truth be told, she's a beautiful ocean liner on the outside, but when you look at the inside, I'm not that impressed. Her sister, the SS America, which was actually a little bit older and not quite a sister, more like a running mate, she was gorgeous. Now, the thing was, her designer, Mr. Gibbs, was absolutely paranoid about fire. I believe he actually witnessed firsthand the burning of the Normandy in New York City. So when he was designing his ships, he was paranoid about making them fireproof. He was so paranoid about fires on board ships that the United States had to be 100% fireproof. The story goes that the only piece of wood allowed on board was the butcher's block. The SS America, being made earlier, she really only needed to be, I think 90% fireproof was the goal that they aimed for. So they were allowed to have some more wood. More attention was given to making it a beautiful ship. Interestingly enough, the SS America, the interior designs on her were designed almost exclusively by women. So all throughout the ship you have that comforting feminine touch in the design and the decor. So when I look at the SS America versus the United States, the America is by far the more beautiful ship on the inside. Looks like we're starting to move on to the upper deck, onto the Superstructure. I don't know what I'm more excited for, seeing this ship done or going home. Now, we join it to the lower hull. Woohoo! Oh, this is gorgeous. Here she is. Oh, that looks great. All right, let's move on. Let's get the Superstructure going. I've been aboard the SS United States twice, and she is gutted. There is nothing on the inside that resembles what she once was. You can see the outline of rooms and the floors, but other than that, there is nothing. It's truly a shame, but any restoration of her is basically going to have to rebuild the interior from the ground up. But you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. It allows for a fresh start if they do manage to get this and pull it off. It allows for a fresh start on the inside and preserves the outside and breathes new life into it.
The Conservancy has been working to preserve the ship for years, and while the future is still in question, they did keep the ship from going to the scrapyard so far. The United States is one of only a small handful of classic ocean liners left, but it is in the worst shape out of all of them. Without the Conservancy guarding it, the ship would have been gone long ago. The promenade deck that we're currently working on featured 2 theaters and several passenger lounges, a ballroom, and restaurants.
So we're just lining the whole length of the superstructure with these 1x2s with the hook on the end. It's going to be a lot of them. It's probably going to be connecting lifeboat davits.
These Lifeboat Davit bases are being built onto the sun deck, which consisted of an open deck most of the way around, and first-class cabins on the full length of the starboard side and some of the port. The majority of the port side of this deck, however, was designated for engineer quarters.
As I'm getting close to wrapping up these kits, every time I struggle to find one of those flat 1x2 white grill pieces. And I always start to think that he forgot to include it. And then I find it. So don't panic. I'll come back to it.
Her reported top speed was 42 knots, or nearly 50 miles per hour. She was 990 feet long with a tonnage of 53,330 tons and a capacity of nearly 2,000 passengers. Her 17-year career of passenger service gained her fame and celebrity adoration.
Here it comes. Here comes the wheelhouse part. Alright, I just dumped the wheelhouse piece into the... There it is. I thought I lost it. I did, briefly. Doing the cargo cranes for the bow. You can see parts of them still there on the ship. Alright, now we're moving on to the funnels, and they're going to be quite difficult. In fact, there's a note here in the instructions that the funnels are difficult. Patience is key. Alright, well, let's see exactly what that means.
The funnels themselves were as tall as a 6-story building, the tallest ever used on an ocean liner. They were also a design unique to the United States lines, and had fins on top which directed the smoke upward, keeping the decks completely clear of their exhaust. This model is too small scale to capture those details, but the patriotic red, white, and blue color scheme will help this kit stand out from the other ones from HistoBrick.
The funnels are a little wobbly. It's you gotta twist the pieces into place just right, but they look good. All right, and now we snap them on. Oh, they fit snug. That looks great. Yes, I love it. All right, one thing about these lifeboats is there's an odd pattern to how they actually clip in place. They're not all going in exactly the same place relative to the clips. And that's a pain. I got through them and realized I didn't have enough lifeboats. It turns out you gotta space them just right. So I'd say the boats themselves are actually more difficult than the funnel was. And the funnel came with a warning. So I gotta redo the boats. And the Lego crowbar is definitely not cutting it when it comes to this. You know what I really need? My K-bar.
As you'd expect, setting up a table in an IKEA parking lot and building a Lego kit there is bound to draw some attention. Every few minutes I had a car pull up, slow down past me, and have the people inside stare rather plainly out the window. I guess I get why. I probably would do the same.
All right, now we gotta do the port side lifeboats. All right, and then I skipped the propellers earlier, so let's get those on. You know what, I skipped them because they have a tendency of popping off when I put the ship on different angles, but now I'm more afraid of other parts popping off when I put the ship on the angle needed to get the props in place. So in short, note to self, I'm not gonna skip the props next time. I needed 5 more white grill pieces, but I have 6 extra black ones, which makes me think either I got the packaging got mixed up or I used the white ones in place of black. So I'm going to just place the black grills in where the white ones are supposed to go, and it's not going to look perfect, but at least it'll look more complete for this demonstration. And again, if you ever find yourself with missing pieces, always feel free to contact Tom. His info is right on the box. He's always very helpful. But that's it, here she is, she's finished. She is gorgeous and in far better shape than the real one behind me. This was a long build. I started at 2 in the afternoon. Now it's 5:30, so 3.5 hours to build it, which is all good unless you're outdoors on a sunny day in an IKEA parking lot. It was difficult. It was the hardest kit yet from HistoBrick, in my opinion. I'm very interested in seeing the Bismarck, the Hood, and the Queen Mary. I have a feeling they're going to be on a similar difficulty level. But this is the biggest kit I've built from them so far. She's well designed, well constructed, very sturdy, and I very much appreciate that the lifeboats are actually fixed on.
Here's the ship compared to the Titanic we built back in our first video. They're in the same scale, so you get the impression of how these two ships would compare in real life. Titanic's deck height was not the same deck height as the SS United States, for example, but you can't achieve that precision in LEGO. As an added note, I later found out that I did indeed use those white grills that I was missing in the wrong spots. The black grills were supposed to be used here, and I've fixed the kit now.
I recommend these kits, but as always, they do come at a premium because it's a startup company and they have to hand sort all of their pieces. These are real LEGO pieces. They're not knockoff brands. So these are official name brand parts, high quality, and then they're sourced from third-party sources, usually online, and hand assembled into the kit that you would purchase. Everything is handmade, and that really shows. So there you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. I don't just review LEGO kits. I don't just do ship history. I do travel stuff and ghost towns and history all over the place. But if you're interested in this, there will be more in the future. Check out my other stuff as well. And thanks for tuning in. Now go check out HistoBrick at HistoBrick.com. That's where you'll find this and many other beautiful LEGO kits.
Now here's a fun bonus for you. It wasn't all that apparent throughout this video, what with the different angles and speeds, but as the tide changed in the Delaware River, the ship was pushed against the pier. It's always striking to see such a massive object moved by water like it was a toy.